Well, hello everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre here. Welcome for the monthly channel end of the month report, along with a question Q&A. If you have any questions, just go ahead and bring them up. I want to thank everybody for stopping by now, or if you stop by later. As of right now, we are still growing, and we have 884 subscribers. That's pretty cool, and I appreciate everyone from the newest one this morning until the oldest one 3 years ago. Thank you very much for the support. If you haven't done so yet, go down there and hit that like button and subscribe. That'll help the channel grow some more. We're getting close to the next free game giveaway, which will be at the 900 subscriber mark. At the rate we're going, it should be sometime in the May, possibly be in the month of May. But when I say stuff like that, we'll have a slowdown. We'll see. Anyway. Hey, Malberts, how you doing today? Hi, Ray. Glad you could join us. Just getting started. Just was telling them about we have 884 subscribers, so 900 will be the next free game giveaway. So keep your eye out for that. It should probably happen sometime in the month of May, but there'll be an announcement on it. And this is the Q&A. I don't have any questions today, so if anybody's got anything they want to bring up, please do so, and you can get the conversation going on any subject except politics and religion. Okay. Today I'll do a quick review of the channel's April activities, the May plans for the channel and myself. And at the end, I'll give you some thoughts on my pro teams, which everybody knows what they are. Detroit Tigers, Buffalo Bills, Buffalo Sabres, Boston Celtics. All right, in April, counting this video, I had 27 videos up. I didn't think it was that many, but some of them are real simple and short. Like the out of the park ones are real simple for me to record. I can record them actually while I'm playing the game, and they're not that long. So that kind of built it up because I've been pretty busy for the last couple of weeks. We had our Superstar Baseball Season 25 draft. We got a new owner came in. His name, you might see him around. His name is Ripper, and he's got so we drafted 20 teams with 26 players. That's a lot of drafted, and I'm the commissioner, so I got to pull all the cards, put them in iScore one at a time, the players and everything. So it's a lot of work. Been pretty busy. Some of the things that we did do during the month was we did the talking about number 4, which was real nice. That was a real nice session again. We won about 45 minutes on it. So that's starting to be a little bit more popular. And this under the end of the month report we did live, and then I did a favorites musics in April live. You know, every week I do the what I listen to albums and or vinyl and CDs, and then at the end of the month I put one out, which I'll be doing on Tuesday, telling you which ones that I like the most each week in April. So watch for that one. Tell your music friends, check it out. And let's see, PC games. I did a couple of. I did 3 videos on American Truck Simulator. Still working on getting 2 garages in every state. It takes a lot of work to get over to the states and then get it. I got plenty of money, and my company's big enough. The other drivers are making big enough, so I should be able to get this done. I just got to get driving and get over there. Right now I'm in Texas trying to fill up some of the roads that I haven't explored before. And then, of course, Out of the Park Baseball 25. I did 5 videos on that throughout the month. I have the 1968 Detroit Tiger replay going, and they're not doing too well. I still can't find a manual on it. So a lot of things that are happening, and there's so much in this game, and player development, and your organizational, not only your majors but your minors, and bringing players up in that. There's some things that I can't figure out what they are yet. They keep saying they're going to put a manual out, but I haven't seen one yet. Anybody who runs across it, let me know. Spinning is the weekly one that I put out where I review the music and the vinyl and CDs that I listened to during the month. We did 4 of those. And one more to come, like I said, on the 30th, and that'll be the favorites of April. I also did a pretty cool one on the Dark Side of the Moon 50th anniversary collector's edition on clear vinyl that I picked up, and I did a first look at that this last week. So check it out. That is pretty neat. I'll be talking about it more when I play it, okay? Because I'm going to play it for one time, even though it's a collector's edition. Sports games, I did one replay basketball, the 85-86 tournament. I did one season ticket baseball, the 55 tournament going on in that one. I've done 2 APA baseball games from the 1961 Detroit Tiger replay, cards and dice with the PC replay for the stats. I've done 4 payoff pitch. I'm doing the 1987 playoffs. We seem to have a pretty good following going on that one, so that'll keep going for a while. I did 2 hockey bones in 92-93 playoffs. War, I took a first look at Gettysburg, 1 through 3 July 1863 from Worthington Publishing. And that's in the queue, but I got Rebel Fury ahead of it in the queue to be learned and get on the table. Board games, didn't do any board games this month. We didn't even have a board game night this month. All right. Requests, I don't have any, didn't get any new requests this month for things to do. If you want me to look up, if you want me to do things, at least let me know. I'll look up. I'm going to pass for now on the Status Pro football. The gentleman that didn't really ask me to play it, but asked me if I would take a look at it, and I did, and I think it's a little bit too much for right now for me, what I got to do for it, and it's a little bit tough playing that one solo. So maybe later on. So again, like if you want me to do something, let me know. Hey, Ray or Malbert, so you got any board games on the table right now working? Any projects working in your board games? What do I have on the table at this moment? Well, I have Payoff Pitch. It's 87 playoffs. One of the tables. I have brought back to the table Bag Shot Basketball. This is a 2022-23 Celtic replay. It's kind of cool. I'm taking a little bit of time to learn it. It should be a video coming out here in a couple of days on that one. I'll probably play that for a few times. And then I have Rebel Fury is about to go onto the table for final learning and play and a demo. Hello, Phoenix. How you doing? Setting up a new game after tonight's schedule block in my 1991 Payoff Pitch replay. I saw your unboxing where you got all of those cards that came in the mail. That's a lot of sorting that you had to do for those, but I like Payoff Pitch. As you can see, I got the 87 going right now. The 87 playoffs, that is. Are you going to be doing a whole 1991 replay? May coming up pretty soon. What are my plans for the channel and for me? You know, and your thoughts on these things would be greatly appreciated because I will get back to you, even if you come in later on in that. You know, first of all, I'm a little bit excited. I came across this accidentally, and I went down Thursday. A friend of mine and I went down to Riverside to the Fox Theater in Riverside, California, and got tickets to see the Alan Parsons Project. I have seen Alan Parsons twice before. This will be my 3rd time. Alan Parsons is one of my top favorite groups. It's not, maybe not my favorite. I hate to say anybody's the favorite, but I would say he's in the top 5, and I got most of his albums. Hi, Ryan. Glad to see you join us today. Got any projects going? Let's see what we got going here. I'm doing a whole replay of it, but not every game. How I'm doing this replay is I'm dividing the season into blocks. 1 feature game per 5 days and simming the rest of via Fast Score Baseball. Okay, cool. That's pretty neat. I've never used Fast Score on a replay. I should probably do that sometime. And let's see, I'll be putting the World Series from that replay on the channel. Nice. We'll be looking forward to doing that. Glad to happen to be here live. Yes. Then I don't have any subjects for the Q&A today. I normally have a question. And so if there's anything, Ryan, you'd like to bring it on up. You know, I've already asked once, does anybody has any projects going? Let me see. I think I might be falling behind here. Oh, yeah, I am falling behind a little bit. Let's see what I got here. So, oh, that's Phoenix. I thought that was. Here we go. Here's Ray. Playing the current NBA playoffs with bank shot in 1963 Pirate season with playoff pitch. Pretty cool. Bank shot's pretty cool. I'm using the big chart where you put all the subs on it and everything too, and I kind of like that. It saves for a lot of admin, keeping people going in and out. And what I'm like, I had a couple guys getting in foul trouble, so I wanted to take them out for a while. So and then I just bring the sub card over to the main card spot. Okay, I already got that one. All I'm doing right now is fighting off the worst sore throat I've ever had. Wow, get yourself some throat lozenges, soothe it out. They are not fun at all. Like I said, I got tickets for May 11th. Me and my friend and my daughter and my son-in-law are going down to see the Alan Parsons Project in Riverside the third time. I really like his music. I got hooked on him when I was living in Europe, and I've stayed with him the whole time. So then also we're going to be doing in May, talking about number 5 will be on the 12th of May at 4 p.m. Pacific. Then the wrap up at the end of the month will be on the 26th. Let's see, board game night that I normally do. I don't know if we're having another board game night. I got to talk to the other 2 guys. As you all know that my grandson left. He is in the U.S. Navy at boot camp right now. And he's just about to end his second week on Tuesday. So he was our 4th board game person. And I don't know if the other guys want to play with 3, but I have to check with them. I would, but if they don't want to, that's fine with me too. We've been running this for about a year and a half. So it's been pretty successful. Unboxings will continue. I got a few things I can get unboxed that are still waiting with the shrink wrap on them. But that doesn't mean they're going to get on my table any faster. Most of them are war games. But I do have a few multiplayer games too. Vinyl spinning this week in the monthly wrap up on the vinyl. That will continue in May. There's going to be more sports games and replays. I'm going to be doing the APA and the payoff pitch projects will resume. And I've said this a couple months in a row now, but I'm going to make sure that Fall Classic Baseball makes its return. I got a project, the 1956 Yankee replay going in that one. And I keep saying every month I want to do it, but I have not got it back on the table. Bank shot basketball, stay up for a while. It's on there now. Again, that golf tournament I want to do with the 2010s great set. This is 2 or 3 months in a row. I've said that too. And hockey is going to continue. Most likely hockey bones. Our real hockey season is going to be starting to wind down pretty soon. And as most of you that follow me is like, I may play a hockey game when real hockey season is over, but I play them less. I view them less than when they're actually happening. Then multiplayer demos, I will try very hard to continue with that. Hopefully I'll get that demo out on Rebel Fury, the American Civil War game, and show you that one this month also. Well, again, don't want to be notified when I put something out, just go down there and hit the like bell or hit the bell. Go down there and tell your friends about the channel. Help us with it. We're at 884, 16 more for another free game giveaway. It's pretty cool. So like, subscribe, and push it out. Then my favorite sports teams. We don't have a lot of conversation going on, so I'm running through this pretty quickly. First of all, the Detroit Tigers, they're 16-12 as of today. I'm kind of happy they're a young team. They're showing potential, but it's a really long team, a long season. They're in 3rd place. I really don't think anybody in the Central Division will make the playoffs except the team that wins the Central Division. So they're going to have to win it if they want to make the playoffs. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Cleveland is stronger than anybody else in the division. And then I'm a little bit worried about Spencer Torkelson. He's the up and coming rookie, and not rookie, new guy. Last year he hit just over 30 home runs and like 95 RBIs. And he's played 26 games this year, and he does not even have a single home run. That's not right, because this guy's got a proven history even in college and in the minors of hitting home runs. So something's off. And I've noticed lately that he's fourth on the team in RBIs, but I've noticed lately that they're not playing him as much as they had been in the past 2 years, where he played just about every game. So we'll see. I'm a big fan of his. He's a first baseman. That's what I played, and so that's why he's a fan. Hope he gets going again. The Buffalo Bills. Let me say that I really was not impressed with the general manager during the first round of the draft, and that kind of soured my taste for the second round and the third round. You know, he traded back 2 times in the first round, and both of the trades were even. Normally, if you're going to let somebody jump up ahead of you get a better deal. Like maybe they're going to get 2 and you get 3, something like that. Both trades were even trades. That's wrong. I don't know what the heck he was thinking of in that. So that kind of spoiled me for the rest of the draft. I didn't even watch the last day. I watched the second and the third, but then I didn't even watch the last day. I was a little bit. I'm not sure about the receiver that they picked, because he's from Florida State, and they're in the ACC, and I'm a big SEC fan. So on Saturdays there's a lot of football on, but if there's SEC, it's an SEC game that I'm watching. You know, if they're not on, then other games are on, but they're not paying attention a lot of times to what's going on. So we'll see. And then they picked up a safety, I think, out of Utah, and he looks promising. And they need safeties because everybody's left them this year, it seems like. So I think the Buffalo Bills' window is about closed for the Super Bowl. Just my opinion at this time. I hope I'm wrong. Boston Celtics. Playoffs are in there. They ended the season with the best record in the entire NBA. But as I talked about before, they have some problems against the real good teams in the West. Minnesota and Denver. Denver beat them twice this year. I think Minnesota beat them twice this year also. They're only up 2 games to 1 on Miami. Now they should be up 3-0. Miami is the 8th seed in the East. And Miami beat them in game 2 in Boston handily. So what is that all about? So when they lost the game 2, I said, oh, well, here we go again. Then they went down to Miami and they won game 3. So they're up 2-1. They got a better win on Monday and go up 3 games to 1 and bring it home and win in front of their fans after losing. So we'll see. Until they're out, I still have hope. And then the Buffalo Sabres. Well, after another disappointing season, finally, the coach, Don Granato, was released. You know, I thank him. He took us from the Ralph Kruger cloud that we were under, and he started to get these young kids playing in development. And I think that, for that, I have to say thank you to him. I'm running from behind here. Let me see what I got going here. Are there any sports games you do not already own that you would like to try? Well, I'm waiting. I have 49 Sports' Quick Deck hockey game ordered. I'm waiting for that to come in. Looking forward to trying that one. And other ones that I would like to try that I don't own. I really don't know on that. There are ones I don't own. Like I don't own ones that come to mind is 4th Street Baseball. People say that's pretty good. I have never even played it. I don't own it. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one a little bit more. Bill, what led you to become a Detroit Tiger fan? Who's your all-time favorite Tiger players, Celtic favorites? Well, of course, pretty simple. Al Kaline from Detroit, Larry bird from the Celtics. There's been so many really, really great ones. But what led me to be a Tiger fan? I was, up until 1957, when I was 11 years old, a really avid Brooklyn Dodger fan. I really loved it. I think I did that more to make my father mad, because my father was born in the Bronx and he's a Yankee fan. But anyway, when the Dodgers decided to go to California for the big dollar, I said, I will never, ever, ever root for the Dodgers again. And I will never. And I've been living in California since '86, and I have not ever been to one of their games either. So I decided, well, who I got to pick? Who am I going to pick? So I looked around. I said, well, Cleveland's only like 195 miles south. Detroit's 200 miles west. And the Yankees are 450 miles to the east. So I said, I picked the Tigers, and I became a Tiger fan. And I love it. I follow them all the time. I pay the extra money to watch them, all their games, just like I do with the Sabres. And that, the same type of a thing happened as the Celtic. When I became a Celtic, I was a Buffalo Braves fan. Then was it 86, 88? They decided to move to San Diego. And I looked around and I picked the Celtics. I don't know if the Celtics were real good at that time anyway, but anyway, I really liked their history with Big Bill Russell and all of those guys in there. And so I went with the Celtics. I've been an avid Celtic fan ever since. So that's why I went with that direction from both of those teams. So as I was saying about the Sabres, now I'll thank Granato for what he did go through. I think he just can't go. And then they just recently rehired Lindy Ruff, and I'm in with Lindy. I am. They're bringing in there as a coach, like he's got the fourth most wins in NHL or history or something like that. We got a coach with a lot of experience, not only as a coach, but as a player. And I think that that's really, really important. Okay. And Lindy has changed from the old days to the new days, and I think that we got so many young kids right now that having this guy, an old guy that's got the experience talking to him, is going to really help him a lot. And the Buffalo released him many. Ruff was a really good coach. We had good records. And then they finally fired Lindy Ruff, and I was not in favor of that move at that time when they fired him. After all of the good seasons he had, if they fired him because they just could not get him to the Stanley Cup. Well, nobody else has got him to the Stanley Cup either, winning the Stanley Cup. So welcome back, Lindy. This supporter in California will be with you. Okay, Ray, you asked me about my favorite teams. What are your favorite pro sport teams? Same with Ryan. I'll ask all you guys. What are your favorite teams? Be interesting to see. Okay, let me see what I got here. Got some more stuff coming down. Oh, cool. All right. Yeah. I like that, Phoenix. Thanks a lot for keep us updated on that. Hello, David. Glad you could join us. We're in through the thing real quickly here. We're just doing Q&A right now. If you got anything you wanted to ask me, let's go. Okay, glad to see Lindy back behind the bench. He will hold these players accountable. Yes, he will. And he doesn't, with Lindy Ruff, it doesn't matter. If you're the superstar and you're not performing 100% when you go out there, he cuts back your ice time. It's the only thing he can do. And I agree with that stuff. I agree with that. So that was my feelings on the Sabres. Disappointing. Thank Granato, but glad he's gone. And welcome Lindy back to the fold. Anybody got any else things they want to ask me, or any things they want to bring up? Because I ran out of material here. Yeah, 25 minutes. This is a 25 to 30 minute show. So talking about that's been going real good now. Don't forget that one that shows you up there and it's scrolling through. May 12th, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't have a subject for it like I always, but bring in any subject. I'll have a subject that day, but we'll talk about any subjects you guys would like. No, tell your friends about the channel. Tell them about the talking about so we can get some. I'd like to see that one grow a little bit more. Maybe I'll get better at being able to keep up with the comments. Let's see what we got here. We got Ray's got the Pirates, the Steelers, and he used to be a 76er fan. Well, there was a time in my life when I didn't exit the Buffalo Bills. I did not quit on the Buffalo Bills, but I rooted for the 76ers. Okay, never mind. I was going thinking 49ers. No, I never rooted for the 76ers. Pittsburgh Steelers, yes, I did in the 70s. I didn't desert my Buffalo, but in the 70s, when Bradshaw and the guys were rolling, I really was behind them. I really liked the hard-nosed play that they played with and the way they went on. So I did root for them in the 70s. Never rooted for the Pirates, though. Okay, anybody else here? I talked earlier. Oh, we got some more. Nickel City Mafia is in. All right, you guys want to see some good stuff about the Buffalo Bills draft that I kind of got disappointed in at the second. Check out Nickel City Mafia. They did. I think they did one last night to see all the new Bills players and everything. Favorite teams, Yankees. Not sure where my dad decided to go out of state. Traitor, if you ask me. Ha ha. When the Braves left in 76, I pivoted to 7. Well, you missed why I went out of state with the baseball, Mike. It was in 57 when I was 11. I was a Brooklyn Dodger fan, and they moved out of state. I would not go to them. So I decided to go to the Tigers because they're only 200 miles in lieu of 450 to the Yankees. Plus, my father was a Yankee fan, and I didn't want to be the same as him. So there you go. That's my son that runs Nickel City Mafia. Good job they do over there with the Bills and the Sabres, and they do it on fantasy football and DraftKings golf, all kinds of good things. Just received your 49 Decks hockey in the mail. It's fun to play. Yeah, I'm waiting for mine. Haven't heard from him, though, so I don't know. I know he's a one-man shop, so I've got plenty of other games to play, so it's not like I need that to get that on the channel. But I did order it. I like what I saw in his demos. I didn't order the football because I'm not so sure that's not a little bit more detailed than what I want to get into in a football game. I already have some pretty football games that take a lot of time on the table. If all of you guys that do play football know that the football games take a long time. Oh, Jeffrey's in. Hi, Jeffrey. Glad to see you. Can join us in that. We're at the end of my report. We're just chatting now, Q&A, and if you got any questions or anything, one of the things I just asked was people what their favorite professional sports teams were, since they asked me. So I threw it back there. I've also asked if you got any projects going. A couple of them responded on not only sports board games, but other types of board games, multiplayer board games. If you've got any projects going. And, of course, a Bills fan, just like his father. And no matter how disappointing I get, like I was disappointed the other night with those trades in the first round, I'm still a Bills fan. What we got here? We got David. The Bills, the Buccaneers, because I had a family in Tampa and I used to go to the games growing up. The Braves, then the Lakers, and the Blue Jays. Well, I lived in Georgia for one year, but I didn't become a Braves fan when I was in the military. I was down at Robbins Air Force Base in the 5th Mobile Combat Group, and so I didn't Tampa or the Braves. And of course, being a Celtic fan, there's not one day ever that I've ever rooted for the Lakers. The Toronto Blue Jays, I root for them on and off. They played during the COVID. They had to play their games in Buffalo, in this Buffalo's AAA stadium. And so I figured they're associated with Buffalo that way. But I don't root for them during the season. Maybe when the playoffs come, I'll root for them. Who knows? Because I don't think Detroit will make it. We got Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins, Rams. That's quite a combination. You got them all, them Boston teams there, and then you jump all the way over to the LA for the Rams. That's pretty cool. Of course, we got one in common there, the Celtics. The Red Sox, that's one of my things that I'd always liked to have done. Maybe I will someday. I don't have it on a bucket list, so I'd like to go to Fenway Park. One of my friends named Frank, him and his wife went back there several years ago, and he went on a tour there. And they actually brought me a Boston Red Sox hat home. Frank used to bring me something home from every trip he went on. And I have a Boston Red Sox baseball cap from him. I do have to say I enjoyed going to Tiger Stadium before it closed. Comerica is nice, but no Tiger Stadium. Tiger Stadium was great to go to. I was stationed at Selfridge Air National Guard Base. I don't know, what is that, 30 miles northeast of Detroit. We used to go down there to the Tiger Stadium, and that was really cool to watch the games there. And we used to go down to, I forget the name of for the hockey, for the Red Wings. I forget that name of the arena that they used to play in. Never been to Comerica, though, because I moved out before they, I got shipped out before they opened that stadium up. Yeah, Tiger Stadium is pretty cool. I think about it sometimes when I'm playing out of the park baseball 25, playing the Tigers, and I'm using the old time stadiums, and they use the Tiger Stadium, for the graphics that they use. It's pretty cool. Yeah, but a couple, Jeffrey and David, been in Tiger Stadium, and me. That's kind of a small world type thing. When did I for the life of me, because I don't remember, I must have been gone. When did Tiger Stadium get leveled? I could look it up, but I figured one of you guys probably know it. Nobody responded to them on the Alan Parsons project, so I guess nobody else has seen them beside me. Saw them twice in the Grove. It's called the Grove in Anaheim, California. Nice small venue. So I'm hoping this is going to be nice because it's a performing arts theater. Tickets are very reasonable, but that could be a downfall too. We'll see though. On the 11th. I probably have almost every album that the Alan Parsons and the Alan Parsons Project has put out. I was just looking at that the other day. I don't have one of his last ones. I'll probably add to the collection. Okay. We've been going now pretty good now for almost 35 minutes. And I'll see if there's anything I missed during the, or want to bring back up again during the report. I did report for most of you were on, but I'll report again. As of this one, we have 884 subscribers, and I appreciate every one of them, from the newest one this morning until the oldest one 3 years ago. And we're only 16 away from another free game giveaway, so be watching for that one. I talked about talking about number 5 going to be next month on the 12th. And of course, it's scrolling along the bottom. Talked about the spinning music videos each week are going to continue. Sports games are going to continue. Talked about the new Superstar Baseball season 25, 20 teams this year. This is the biggest draft we ever did. We have 5 owners, 20 teams, and it went so deep into the draft. That's 520 players or something. It went so deep into the draft that we're not used to. There's a lot of players that have never been drafted before and have been drafted. So I'm really interested to see how their cards are going to play out in that. And this year I'll try to keep. I missed last year when I used to give a report on that on the season. I'll do that this year. Show you the standings, and I'm having a little bit of a problem with the thing that I use for standings and for reports like averages and so forth like that on formulas. With the new teams, I have to get new teams into the formulas, and it give me a little bit of a problem here. Plus, I've had too much other work with the league. Any hints on music you are listening to this week? Hints. No, what normally happens is every day. One of them I listened to today. I'll give you a hint on that one. I've already put out a video on it, and it was it's a collector's edition by Pink Floyd. I put a first look video out on it. You might also see a video out on me that I won't be listening to. I'm still waiting for the last of my stuff that from Record Store Day. When it's all here, I'm going to do a Record Store Day, what I picked up from Record Store Day. I had to order a couple of the things on Record Store Day because my local one didn't have it. So I had to wait for them to come in. So anyway, but what I'm going to be listening to, I don't know, maybe some Grand Funk Railroad, maybe some more King Crimson. There's another new, recently got from the Black Keys, a new release. So those are things. I just normally go in to that day and pull it. And when it comes to the CDs, I just go to that shelf that I've been working on and pull the next one out on the shelf and play the CD. But you guys will see that at the end of the week. David, what type of, you got any favorite music groups that you like? Like I said, I'm big in Alan Parsons, Pink Floyd. I do like going back to, the 60s and 70s. I'm a big Jefferson Airplane fan. They probably have what I would consider my favorite female vocalist, Grace Slick from Jefferson Airplane and Jefferson Starship and those as she went on. And so I like, going back in those. That's one that I just released the one. And I picked up an album the reissue of a 1967 album from the 13th Floor Elevators. And I listened to that, and that was really psychedelic. I really enjoyed that. How did the Iron Maiden record sound? The Iron Maiden record sounded really, really good. Okay, it was pretty good. Except I screwed up the name at the beginning. I called it Nature of the Beast because there's something else, Nature of the Beast, that was sticking in my head when it was The Number of the Beast was the name of the album. But it was pretty good, and it was a reissue. So, it hadn't been played before. It was a reissue of their 82 album, so that sounded pretty good. I don't have a lot of Iron Maiden in my collection, but getting it in was nice. Okay. Anybody else got anything? If not, I'll start getting ready to wrap this up here. We're 40 minutes in. 6 or 7 people. Oh, here we go. It sounds heavier than I am, but I enjoy Soundgarden, Black Sabbath, Living Colour, bands like that. This particular one, I don't believe is any heavier than Black Sabbath. If I was listening to them, I would listen to Black Sabbath, and it's higher than Soundgarden. Living Colour, I'm never have been into them too much. Never been into them too much. I do like Soundgarden, but I haven't played anything by him lately because I haven't had. What I've been doing lately is that I've been adding to my collection through the Whatnot auctions, and for the money you paid, every once in a while I get a little stinker of one that's a used one that's really not that good. But for the money I pay for them, it's ridiculous. Like I'll get I recently got a 3 for, they call it a 3 for of King Crimson. So I got 3 albums by King Crimson for a total of like $11 or $12 total, plus $4 for shipping. So, you know, all I got to do is get 1 or 2 of them in, and they're, you know, worth their money. So I've been adding to my collection with those, plus the new ones that I buy. And then once a week now, beside the CDs that I have in my collection that I play, once a week I'm pulling out at least 1 album that's already in my collection and playing now, and 2 in the mix to try to mix it up a little bit. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. And I want to thank all of you for joining me. Thank you all for your support. You know, push up there, go over there and check the Nickel City Mafia out that my son runs. And hope to see you on May the 12th for the talking about. Thanks, Jeffrey. Take care. Have a good one. Thank you, Ray, for joining us tonight. Okay, this is SoCalSabre saying take care of yourselves out there. Be kind to each other and stay safe.